Yes, so I normally like to ask if if you had any expectations coming into the training. Had you got any hopes and thoughts of what it might achieve for you?
Sure, yeah. So my main expectation was, of course, to further my knowledge within management, within sort of operational management, and what's involved with that. My other expectation was I was hoping it would lead to me getting a job as an admin manager. That was my next career goal. That expectation was met actually halfway through the course, which was great. So I was successful in getting an interview and the job as an admin manager. So my expectation was met before I'd even finished the course, which was
Oh, that's
great.
fantastic. Yeah, really good. And I always like to ask is sort of just if there's anything in particular you can think of where what you've learnt in the training you've taken back to the workplace. Can you sort of give us any examples of things where that's happened?
Oh, there's lots of different content that you learn in the course that you can easily take to the workplace straight away. You cover things like talent management, which for me was coming into a new team. It's quite important for me to be able to manage what I've got, improve people, further their learning, and also during the recruitment process for me, talent management was great. Conflict and negotiation was another one. You're always going to get conflict, and how you manage that as a manager is very important. And there's different techniques which I've learned during the course, which I've been able to implement within my team.
Brilliant, great. And on a personal level, did you feel that it made you change your perspective about how you see yourselves and perhaps your colleagues?
In terms of myself, yes. I mean, on a personal level, when I started this course, I wasn't um, too clued up on the involvements in management. I had a rough idea. But for me, in terms of my personal development, I could see gradually as I was going through the course, my knowledge was improving, my ideas were improving, and just to go back actually to getting the job as an admin manager, without the knowledge that I'd learned up until that point, so it was December of last year, I don't think I'd have been able to answer the questions as well as I did in the interview without that learning that had happened before that point.
Yeah,
So for me personally, it was great.
excellent, superb, good. And has it made you sort of think even further ahead? Have you got sort of any other plans to um, push on, and have you thought about other training, etc.?
I have actually, and it was for me personally when I, going back to when I left school with at AS level with U's, so completely ungraded, and at that point I was like, you know what, education isn't for me. So I joined in as an apprentice and did a level 2. Great, passed that, and at that point again I was like, nah, education, no, don't want to learn anymore. And then I thought, well, actually, where do you want to get to? Where do you want to be? You need to do something. So then this apprenticeship came about, and it's great. And to be honest, yes, it has spurred me on. I'll be looking to move on to a level 6 or a level 7, so a full degree as soon as possible, really.
Fantastic.
I think it's important. Part of me wanted a break from the learning because it's intense with work, and that's it's understandable. But I think it's important to maybe have a little break and then get going straight away and just continue your learning. That would be my advice anyway.
Ah, fantastic. Yeah, we've shared similar paths in the
Have we?
past.
Okay.
I was never particularly academic at school, but
Mm,
especially since being involved with Lighthouse, and
mm,
obviously we try to practice what we preach, and
of
yeah,
course.
it's been a big change. So
I think it's also, as you get older, I think as well. For me, as I've
mm,
got older, I've realised that actually learning and self-development is vital to where you want to be. And I think if as an individual, if you notice that, then you're going in the right direction. Then you just need to go out and find out what you actually need to do to further your learning, whether that be an apprenticeship or such like.
yeah, brilliant. And is there anything else you'd like to add? Is there sort of something about the course that we haven't already covered, or your personal journey? Is there anything else you'd like to add at all, Michael?
Do you know what? No, I think it's been great. Going into I think it was 18 months. Correct me if I'm wrong. Course. It was what am I going what I'm going to be left with? Is there a lot of work to do? Assignment wise, what's the level of involvement? How much am I going to have to be doing at my own time? But actually, it was a challenge, but it was enjoyable, and the support from the Lighthouse team was great. They're always there on the end of the phone if you need guidance, or one-to-one sessions, pretty much ad hoc and whenever you need. So the support is there when you need it. The knowledge is certainly there. The tutors are great. The sessions, all of ours were virtual. I don't know if they're moving back to face, but I think that would be great. Virtual was great anyway. You connect with loads of people within your workplace and outside of your workplace, which was great. And I just think that the whole course for personal development and learning has been great for me, and I'm sure the other colleagues in my cohort would say exactly the same. Really enjoyable. Has furthered my learning, given me confidence within my job. Loads of handy tips and tricks. And yeah, it's been brilliant. Really great.
Fantastic. Well, that's great. And thanks again, Michael. It's much
worries.
appreciated you taking your time to do this for
Pleasure.
us. And